of the Church of Assumption, Asokoro, recently celebrated her Harvest Thanksgiving and Bazaar. The parishioners joyfully in thanksgiving made commitments to God and also gave thanks to Him for His blessings. CTV's Chidera Ndu was there and reports that it was indeed a day of gratitude.
It was a moment of thanksgiving at the Church of Assumption, Asokoro, as parishioners gathered in thanksgiving to God on the occasion of the 2025 Harvest and Bazaar Grand Finale. The celebration began with a holy mass said by the parish priest, Reverend Father Stephen O'Malley. During his homily, Father O'Malley began by telling the story of the encounter Moses had with God on the revelation of the Ark of the Covenant, describing it as the first tent of God on earth.
Higher, and he took him up and he showed him the Ark of the Covenant in heaven. He showed him the details of all that he was going to do, and God told him, take note that you will make everything exactly as you were shown on the mountain. Exactly as you were shown. And God said, I have given some people special gifts, special skills, so that when you call them, they will give you exactly what you want. That is why you can imagine the kind of precision, the kind of perfection with what the ark was built. The same way the Temple of Solomon was built. Why? Because God gave special gifts, special skills to those who will construct the ark. Then he told Moses, the Ark of the Covenant will be the tent. That is the tent where God will descend and the cloud of His presence will fill the whole place, and then the people will stay away and they will remain. But when the cloud lifts, then they will start their journey and they will proceed.
He emphasized the willingness of God to hear His people who they come calling. He also encouraged the people, saying God will always comfort His people amidst a world filled with evil. After the homily, Reverend Father Stephen O'Malley invited the people of God to make a commitment to God at his altar. The chairman of the 2025 Harvest and Bazaar Planning Committee, Frank Ebochue, was invited to address the people and also begin the harvest thanksgiving from families and organizations. It was indeed a day of celebration and thanksgiving, as reception followed after the Mass, during which other harvest activities were carried out.
Today, as we gather to express our heartfelt gratitude to God for the abundance of blessings we have received, we thank Him for the fertile lands, the hard-working farmers, and the bountiful harvest that has filled our tables. This occasion is not just a celebration of physical harvest, but also a reflection of our spiritual growth. It is a time to acknowledge God.
The parish priest, Reverend Father Stephen O'Malley, spoke with CTV News, expressing thanksgiving to God for unity amongst his parishioners.
Thankful to God for every parishioner. This place is a very special place with people from all walks of life. The big, the high, the low, the lowest, the medium. You see all of them in this place. And I thank God for the kind of community I have here. But when you see us celebrate and associate and socialize, you will not believe that there is that kind of class difference. We don't have class here. We have everybody as one. But I thank God. And with the support cooperation, at least this is been wonderful.
In Abuja, Chidera Mata Undu, CTV.